Alright, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to Potty Planet Entertainment. You know the gig, my name is Chris, and in case you don't know, I review movies. And I rate them on a scale of 0 to 100, in increments of 5. Just in case you didn't know. You probably did know, but just in case you didn't know, there's your reminder. Or now you know. Anyways, so, I just got a new phone. I got an iPhone 14 now. Normally, I always film my videos on my phone. And normally I use this. This is a microphone, but I want to test the audio on my new phone. So if you're a regular viewer, let me know in the comments whether the audio sounds better with or without the microphone. But today we're going to go without the microphone. So today we're going to be reviewing 2 movies because I need to knock these out so I can go ahead and get started on my 2023 reviews. We're going to be reviewing Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. And we're going to be reviewing Glass Onion. So, let's start with Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio stars Gregory Mann, Ewan McGregor, David Bradley, and it was directed by, of course, Guillermo del Toro. And this movie tells the classic story of Pinocchio, how he's brought to life by a wizard lady and goes on an adventure. It's the classic Pinocchio story, but Guillermo del Toro put a little bit of his own twist on it. Here's the thing with me and Pinocchio. I am prepared to get roasted in the comments. I've never watched Pinocchio, the original. It wasn't one that I grew up with, and I don't remember if my family ever actually owned it. I had The Lion King, I had Finding Nemo, but I didn't even see Aladdin for the first time until last year. I just watched it I just felt like watching it on Disney Plus. So I've never actually seen Pinocchio. It just wasn't one that I grew up with. We even had The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but I didn't have Pinocchio. So that's a bit odd, but maybe one day I'll get around to watching it. But I watched this movie for the sole reason that it was directed by Guillermo del Toro. This was clearly Guillermo del Toro's passion project because there's a lot of passion that went into this movie. It's very obvious. So let's talk about it. So the pros and cons. For one thing, the animation is beautiful. This was made with stop motion, and the attention to detail in this is fantastic. I mean, fantastic. Like, literally, like, I watched IGN's review for it. I didn't even notice this until they pointed out, but freaking Giuseppe had like dirt under his fingernails when he was making Pinocchio. It's just little details like that. Like they put a lot of thought into this and it all looks beautiful. When I was a kid, I used to make stop motion Lego movies all the time. I've actually even put a few of them on the YouTube channel like a long time ago if you want to watch some of the movies I made when I was a kid. But yeah, this movie just looks fantastic. It teaches good lessons about life, death, and love. I like that Del Toro did his own thing with this. I don't think the original story, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it had like the whole like anti-fascism messages to it. This one does, and it works well. This is in 1930 with the World War II going on, or I think the beginning of World War II. And I love Pinocchio's adventure. It's a great adventure. It's a great script. It's a really good script. It was just a fantastic story. I love how Pinocchio starts in one place and ends in another. He makes this great sacrifice at the end of the film. He goes from one thing to another, like he's in a circus. Now he's been recruited as a soldier. Now he's inside of a whale. It's just a really, really good adventure that takes Pinocchio from place to place to place. And it was a lot of fun to watch. Let's get into my cons. For one thing, Pinocchio's voice took a little getting used to for your boy. I'll admit, at first I was like, ugh, no, this is annoying. But at some point I came around to it, but it took a little bit. This was also a little hard to get through. It took me several sittings to watch this film. And I don't think that's necessarily the film's fault. I think it's mine. I just have a hard time forcing myself to watch kids' movies. Like, I've been hearing nothing but good things about the new Puss in Boots film. But I just can't force myself to sit there and watch that. I can't do it. It's made for kids, and it's just harder for me to get through it. And also, Candlewick. The character Candlewick, the little boy that he makes friends with. What happens to him? He just kind of disappears. I was like, what happened to that guy? I want to see what happened with him. But no, just kind of went away from him. But this is a great movie. Like I said, because it was a little hard for me to get through, I don't think I'd ever watch it again. But I think my issues with this is more just my personal taste than actual issues with the film. But with all that being said, I'm going to give Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio an 80 out of 100. All right, now let's move on to Glass Onion. So, Glass Onion is the sequel to Rian Johnson's Knives Out. Now, I saw Knives Out in theaters, and I had a really good time with it. It is a great movie, and I really enjoy it. I don't own it. I've never really felt the need to go out and buy it, but I've seen it twice. And it's a really good movie. It's a good twist on the whole whodunit thing. I really enjoy it. Glass Onion, I was looking forward to because I like Knives Out so much. But I gotta say, I don't think it quite lived up to it, in my personal opinion. But let's go ahead and get into it. So Glass Onion stars Daniel Craig, Edward Norton, Janelle Monáe, Dave Bautista, Kate Huston, Catherine Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr., and Jessica Henwick, and it was directed, of course, by Rian Johnson. This was definitely a passion project for Rian Johnson. Like I said, Knives Out was a great movie. I don't know if he's ever gonna be able to move on from The Last Jedi, which is a movie he still defends, even though everyone hates it. But Rian Johnson is a director I have a lot of respect for. Looper is a great film. So yeah, let's get into it. So, for one thing, the cast is fantastic. They casted this movie so well. Everybody does a really good job in this. Everybody you can tell wants to be there and is having fun being in this film. The characters are all unique and interesting, and I love watching them. Daniel Craig and Janelle Monáe have really good chemistry with each other. Janelle Monáe she's very mysterious at first, but then at some point you find out more about her. It's a very clever script. Has a lot of unexpected turns I did not expect, obviously, because I said they're unexpected. It's a solid compliment to the first film, even though I wouldn't say it's anywhere near as good. The ending was really good, and it's got some good humor in it. The whole Glass Onion is like, so they go to Edward Norton's island, right? Because they're friends with Edward Norton. Edward Norton's rich, and then they do like this murder mystery, and then it turns into a real murder mystery, and that creates a lot of fun moments and unexpected turns, and I enjoyed it. All right, let's get into the cons. So for one thing, I think this script, yes, it's clever. It has unexpected turns, but I still felt it was a little weak. I just couldn't really get into this one near as much as the first one. The first one I thought was downright hilarious. It was so fun and witty, and I really enjoyed it. This one was a solid one-time watch to kill 2.5 hours. Sorry, I know a lot of people are raving about it. No. It takes way too long to get going. Like, about 45 minutes in, that's when Edward Norton starts talking about his murder mystery that he's got planned. And I'm like, I brought up the timestamp, and I looked at my girlfriend, and I was like, this took way too long to get going. This movie could have been shorter, and it should have been shorter. Also, some of the comedy is pretty exaggerated to the point where I love the characters, but they feel kind of cartoony. And this is a Netflix movie, and it definitely feels like a Netflix movie, which is not a good thing. That's not a compliment. When you say a movie feels like a Netflix movie, that's not a compliment to it. It definitely feels like a Netflix movie. If a different studio maybe helped have some input into this, maybe it could have been better, but Netflix really knows how to make some mediocre stuff. And I definitely felt this movie was pretty mediocre. Again, there was a lot of things I liked about it, but the script just I don't think it comes anywhere near to the same heights as Knives Out. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Glass Onion a 70. And I'm disappointed to say that because I was really looking forward to it, but it is what it is. All right, so those are my reviews for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio and for Glass Onion. I will be doing The Pale Blue Eye soon. I still haven't seen Megan, so hopefully I can see that and review that as well. I'm also going to be reviewing a couple of sequels to a movie that I've reviewed, but I never reviewed the sequels, so I'm going to be doing that soon as well. I'd also eventually like to do a movie ranking James Cameron's films. And I also would like to do a video looking back on my most anticipated movies of 2022 video. And sort of reacting to the movies that I put on that list. And now that I've seen most of those, what are my thoughts? So that'll be coming soon. So I got a lot of good content planned. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to Polyplanet Entertainment for more. Hit the like button, leave me reviews, suggestions down in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram at Polyplanet Entertainment for channel updates. Please follow me on Instagram, please. I'm on Instagram like every day. So come on. Follow me on Instagram. Just go to the Instagram page. Go check it out. Go check it out. Please. Go check out Instagram. Please. Please. Please check out my Instagram. Please. Only cool people know what that's a reference to. Just saying. All right. I'm going away. Bye.